Today I want to share with you a common problem and how to revive it. As you can see, this orchid's leaves are heavily infected with fungus and bacteria, causing the plant to weaken. With such severely damaged leaves, I will cut them off and dispose of them far away from the garden to prevent the disease from spreading to other orchids. You can clearly see that most of the roots are rotten and severely damaged. Therefore, the next step is to remove the plant from the pot and clean the entire base. Here, we see many roots that are completely damaged, especially the basal roots. Remove all the old growing medium. This is also a cause of root rot because it retains water and doesn't drain properly. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe buttons to support me and so you don't miss any orchid care tips. It's great to have you as a companion on this journey. If these rotten roots are left, they will continue to spread disease to the plant, so I will remove all the rotten roots. When the root system is severely damaged, the orchid will quickly weaken, the flower stalks will dry out, and the leaves will start to wrinkle and shrivel. Next, I will prune the roots. The lower part of the base is dry and damaged, so I will completely cut it off. We will only keep the fresh and healthy tissue, as this is the chance for the plant to recover. After processing, we'll be left with an orchid that looks quite weak and has many withered leaves, but don't worry. If you follow the next steps correctly, the plant still has the potential to revive. Now I will take the plant outside and proceed with the next step to begin the process of saving this orchid. Next, I will thoroughly clean the orchid. Use a fine spray of water to gently mist all the leaves and the base of the plant. This step helps to wash away dirt, mold, and any remaining impurities after we've treated the roots. I gently rinse each part of the plant to ensure it's completely clean with clean water. Once rinsed, I let the plant air dry, and then we'll proceed to the next step. Next, I'll use a lemon, a natural ingredient for caring for my orchid. Lemons contain plenty of vitamin C, natural essential oils, and minerals, which are great for cleansing and helping the plant stay healthy. Next, I'll prepare a clean container. Then squeeze the juice from half a lemon into it. We'll discard the lemon peel and only use the juice. Then, I'll add about 1 liter of clean water, 1000 milliliters, and stir well to dissolve the lemon juice. Next, I will take the orchid out to treat it with the lemon solution we just prepared. I gently place the entire plant into the container, ensuring that both the leaves and roots are completely submerged in the lemon solution. This solution helps to fight bacteria, limit mold growth, and clean the entire surface of the leaves and roots. We soak them in the solution for about 30 minutes. In the next step, I will use a branch of aloe vera to create a natural nutrient solution for the orchid. Aloe vera contains many nutrients, enzymes, and trace minerals, which help stimulate the orchid's rapid recovery and support the regeneration of plant tissue. In the next step, I prepare a clean container, then put all the chopped aloe vera into it. Next, I add about 500 milliliters of clean filtered water to the container of aloe vera. Then, I use a blender to blend the entire mixture until smooth. In the next step, I prepare a clean container, then filter the entire blended solution through a sieve to remove the sediment. By discarding this sediment, we obtain a clear nutrient solution, which is easier for the orchids to absorb and also prevents clogging when used for watering or spraying the plants. In the next step, I added a teaspoon of honey to the solution. Honey has excellent antibacterial and antifungal properties, so when combined with the aloe vera solution, it creates a very effective natural nutrient source for the orchid. Then, I added about 500 milliliters of clean filtered water and stirred well until all the ingredients were completely dissolved. Following the previous soaking step, our orchid has been immersed in a lemon juice solution. Now, I will gently remove the orchid from the solution. Next, I take a clean, soft cotton cloth and wipe all the leaves and stem again. The purpose of this step is to completely remove any excess water, along with any remaining fungal spores and bacteria on the surface of the orchid. After wiping, the orchid is cleaner and drier, and I will set it aside to continue with the next care steps. Next, I prepared a clean container and poured the entire prepared aloe vera and honey solution into it. This is a nutrient-rich natural solution, excellent for supporting orchid recovery. Then, I place the entire orchid into the solution, ensuring that the roots, stems, and leaves were completely submerged. While the plant is submerged, the nutrients from the aloe vera and honey will gradually permeate the orchid's tissue. I let the orchid soak for about 25 minutes. After soaking the orchid in the aloe vera and honey solution for 25 minutes, I gently lifted it out. At this point, you can see that the orchid has begun to absorb the nutrients, and the overall appearance has noticeably improved. Next, I took a clean cotton towel and gently wiped all the leaves and stem. This helps remove any remaining dirt and mold, and also cleans the leaf surface, allowing the plant to stabilize after treatment. Looking more closely, you'll see new, healthy green roots beginning to sprout, a sign that the orchid is starting to awaken and recover. The leaves are also turning green again, and the wrinkles have significantly reduced. I took the plant outside and proceeded to the next step. Next, I took the orchid out to replant it. At this point, you can see that our orchid has revived, its leaves gradually turning a healthier green, a sign that the plant has begun to recover. To plant the orchid, I used a pot with many drainage holes. The growing medium I used here is pine bark, which I cleaned and disinfected beforehand. Now I put a layer of pine bark at the bottom of the pot, then placed the orchid in the center, and then added more pine bark around the roots to secure the plant. After stabilizing the orchid in the pot, I took a galvanized iron rod and gently bent it into a U. The purpose of this step is to secure the orchid so it doesn't wobble until the roots are firmly anchored to the growing medium. This ensures the orchid stands firmly, preventing movement and allowing the young roots to develop more easily. Once the plant is secured, I covered the surface of the pot with a layer of moss to retain moisture. This moss helps maintain stable moisture for the roots and creates a favorable environment for the orchid roots to quickly develop and anchor to the growing medium. And that completes the process of repotting the orchid into a new pot. In the next step, I will guide you on how to care for the plant to help it recover quickly and grow healthily. I usually maintain humidity by misting the leaves with clean filtered water every 3 days. Lightly misting the leaves helps the plant retain necessary moisture and supports its recovery process. In addition, I water the growing medium and roots every 3 days to ensure the roots maintain stable moisture while keeping the medium well drained. For fertilizers and nutrients, I maintain a 2-week cycle. During this period, I always place the orchid pot outdoors in a shady, well-ventilated location with gentle sunlight. This allows the orchid to photosynthesize well, exchange gases efficiently, and grow healthily, while avoiding direct sunlight. After 3 weeks of care, I checked and found that the orchid had begun to revive noticeably. The leaves, which were previously weak and yellow, had turned green again, thicker and sturdier. The young shoots in the center had also turned green, showing that the plant was gradually recovering and had good prospects for growth. Next, I checked the plant's root system, and the results were truly encouraging. The plant had started to sprout new, very healthy roots, with green tips and growing quite quickly. Some roots had even grown almost to the rim of the pot, proving that the plant had adapted well to its new environment. Once the root system is stable, with continued proper care, the orchid will grow vigorously again. And in the next step, I will prepare a natural fertilizer to further nourish the orchid. In the next step, I continue preparing the natural fertilizer for the orchids using the same formula as before, combining nutrients with honey to enhance the plant's recovery. After mixing, I pour the solution into a spray bottle to begin caring for the orchids. With this nutrient solution, I usually spray it every 2 weeks. This method helps the plant maintain stable moisture levels and stimulates the growth of new cells, thus making the orchid healthier and grow better. After spraying the leaves, I also water the roots with the solution, allowing the nutrients to directly penetrate the roots and growing medium. When the roots absorb sufficient nutrients, the orchid will grow stronger and more stably. Next, I usually soak the entire orchid pot in the solution for about 20 minutes to allow the roots to fully absorb the nutrients. After 20 minutes, I remove the pot, adjust the growing medium. During daily care, I mist the plant with clean water every 3 days to keep it moist. Finally, I place the orchid back in its original spot in the garden. After a month and a half of care, my orchid has recovered remarkably. New shoots have begun to emerge, showing very positive signs of the plant's growth. Previously, the leaves were wrinkled and weak, but now you can see they are firm again. The leaf surface is gradually becoming flatter and greener. Not only have the leaves improved, but the root system has also recovered very strongly. New roots are beginning to grow out of the pot, looking very healthy and vibrant. With such good root development, the orchid quickly regains its strength and begins to form new flower stalks. Flower buds are gradually forming, and the leaves are thicker and firmer, showing that the plant has returned to its normal growth state. When the roots are healthy, the leaves are stable. Even the weakest orchids can recover strongly and give us a spectacular flowering season in the garden. What do you think of this orchid care method? Don't hesitate to leave a comment and share your thoughts. I really want to hear your feedback and experiences. Every share from you is a valuable source of motivation that helps us learn and love plants more each day.